Hi there, it's LaShanda. Thank you for watching me live and also for checking out the replay. Hello, hello. Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. It's LaShanda Henry here, aka Sister Sense. You know, I'm all about helping you make sense of making money online. Hello, Nicole, Tamisha. Hello, welcome, welcome. Thank you guys for hanging in with me today. Well, hanging out with me today, I should say. This is actually day number 2 inside my 21 days, sharing 21 ways that you can monetize now. So if you've been here before, that phrase, that pays, fire, drop that into the comment box. And if you are new to me, welcome, welcome to the newbies. Thank you, Nicole and Robin, for tweeting and sharing out to your followers, letting them know what's happening right now. Like I said, this is day number 2. I said, you know, for 21 days, I am going to focus on sharing with you amazing entrepreneurs here on Periscope and on social media, different things that I believe can really, really help you monetize now. This in particular is motivated by 2 things. Number 1, as I mentioned yesterday, you can always get fired from a job, but you can never get fired from your gift. So when you understand what your gift is, you will always have work. When you're clear on how to monetize your gift, share your message with the world, and consistently generate profit, you will always, always, always have the work that you need. Hey, what's up, Jason? Welcome, welcome. I need to email you. I've got something to email you. I need to inbox you today. Thank you for joining me. So like I said, thank you for joining, share, tweet, all that good stuff. I'm going to do a quick recap while I wait for a few more people to jump in of what I talked about yesterday, because yesterday we talked about how you can set up your own Call Me page, especially when you guys, a lot of you said to me, people are asking you questions all the time, how to get paid for people picking your brain, okay? So yesterday we talked about the Call Me page. I'm going to do a quick recap while I wait for more people to jump in. Hey, Keisha, welcome, welcome. And then we'll talk about today's idea as far as how you can monetize now, okay? So let's see. Where did we leave off yesterday? What I essentially talked about yesterday when it comes to the Call Me page is, number 1, if you've got a lot of people asking you questions, the first, aloha, welcome, welcome. If you've got a lot of people asking you questions, the first thing you want to do is write down the common questions that people are always asking you. And then you want to set up a Call Me page, an opportunity for people to sign up to talk to you. Could be 30 minutes, could be 60 minutes, could be a whole month, right? But being ready for opportunities is really essential, because a lot of times you guys fall into it, right? Somebody gets you off guard, they get you on a call, or they get you in front of them for like a coffee hour, and all of a sudden you're spilling out all this information and all this free coaching, and you're not getting paid. So the first step to creating a space where you're monetizing your mindset and all this great information is to create a Call Me page so you can prepare for the question, can I ask you ... right? So I said yesterday, you want to think about those common questions people are asking you. You want to create a page on your website where they can sign up to pay you for your time. And then you want to have a process, the process of, you know, them getting on your calendar, you scheduling a call. I talked about, you know, conference call services that you can use. I mentioned freeconferencecall.com yesterday. That's one of my personal favorites. Some of the things that I want to share with you, I cannot show you. So I mentioned yesterday that this month I've got Back to Business, my virtual webinar conference. Is happening in 20 days. We're counting down. And one of the awesome things about Back to Business is that we're talking about how to monetize now. And I have a masterclass in which I'm showing you these 21 different ways via webinars, okay? So in the masterclass on how to put together your Call Me page, I'll show you visually what that looks like. You can take a look at my Call Me page. It's over at callme.sistasense.com, sistasense.com, as an example if you just want to see it. But in the webinar training, I talk about how to put together your Call Me pages, pricing, sales strategies, all that good stuff, okay? Now, on the topic of pricing, one of the things I talked about yesterday is how much do you want to charge and how many people do you want to reach? You've got to be very specific and you've got to be realistic. So I said, okay, number 1, for those of you who say, people keep picking my brain, write write down a short list of the names of people who are asking you questions, because these are the first people that can potentially be your clients when you're ready to put that page together and monetize, number one. Number two, I said, I only do clarity calls on Wednesdays. I used to do them every day. It was taking up a lot of my time. So I said, okay, I'm going to do my office hours on Wednesdays and work with a maximum of 5 people. It's $100 to talk to me for an hour. So I gave you guys the example. I said, you've got to crunch the numbers. How many people can you realistically talk to a week? 5 is my max. And how much do you want to charge for your time, whether it be 30 minutes or an hour? So I gave you the example of 5 people a week over the course of 30 days, 1 month. That's an additional $2,000. Okay, so I said to y'all yesterday, and you could drop a 1 in the comment box. How many people could use an extra $2,000? You can drop a 1 in the comment box if you apply. So if you're in that situation where you have people, number one, asking you questions, you would like to get paid for your information, you want to start by outlining the questions they're asking you, putting your Call Me page together, and being in a position to teach on a regular basis. Good, you guys are writing this down. Awesome. Write a short list, create a Call Me page, crunch the numbers. All very, very important as far as the process of starting. So I said in the masterclass webinar, which I'm posting up this weekend over at backtobusiness.me, so you get access to the live virtual. I've got 16 amazing women entrepreneurs teaching with me what they know about monetizing now. Plus you get access to my masterclass series. So the first couple of videos I'm putting up this weekend, the first one is on Call Me pages, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about pricing and sales and some of the things that you want to be wary of when you put that information out there. Because some of you guys, and you can say yay or nay, real talk, sometimes because you want to get people to buy your stuff, you'll put a whole lot of stuff in there, and a lot of stuff is good, because trust me, when you go to backtobusiness.me, I put a lot of stuff in it, but I never overwhelm myself, because what you'll find is sometimes you say, I'm going to deliver this, and then you can't deliver it, but you put it up there because you wanted them to buy, right? But then you can't deliver it. It becomes overwhelming. So you want to be you want to caution yourself as far as when you put your content out there, when you put your Call Me page out there, what you do. One of the ladies in my circle, she emailed me. She was on the live scope yesterday. Millicent, I don't know if you're here today, but she said, LaShanda, can I do assessments? Like once I do these calls with clients, do you think it's a good idea for me to do these really detailed assessments? And I said, yeah, it's a great idea, but you've got to do it the smart way, right? You've got to do it the smart way, especially when it comes to pricing. And for some of you guys, I know for me, I was afraid to price in the beginning. You could drop a 1 if you're afraid to put anything like 100 or 200 or 300 at the price tag, because you can say 2 if you're like, please, I don't care what the price is, all day, every day. But if you're afraid to price, you may find yourself, as when I see a couple of 1s, as one of the people who say, okay, well, I'm going to charge 30 minutes. I'm going to do an assessment. I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to talk to you for like a whole month. And then you get people, and at first you're really excited about getting people, and then you go, wait a minute. I'm doing all of this for $30. What was I thinking? So in the webinar, I talk about how to do it smart and how to price in a way that's comfortable for you, but also comfortable for your clients. Because these are things that I've learned in the process of being a shy entrepreneur and somebody who was afraid to charge, but I learned how to do it the smart way. Good morning, sweetie. Welcome, welcome. So those are a couple of things that I wanted to share with you as far as the recap of what we talked about yesterday. You can watch the whole thing on Periscope if you missed it, the whole thing. But like I said, I'm a visual girl. I love to do webinars, so I can show you my screen. And the masterclass webinar, I'm putting up 3 of them this weekend. If you register for Back to Business, you can go to backtobusiness.me. And because you guys are watching me here, my Periscope family, you can use the code IAMIN, all capitals, IAMIN, and get 21% off of registration, because I'm doing 21 days, so you get 21% off. Awesome, right? Good stuff. So let's talk about the topic for today. Jumping right in. I see y'all came in. Thank you for the hearts and for sharing it out with your folks, letting them know what we're talking about today. Recommendation number 2, as far as how you can monetize now, using the subscription revenue model. Okay, there are different types of subscription plans that you can create, and today I'm going to talk about using subscription revenue models, okay? I am in. Yes, heart it up. I am in. So listen, the first thing I said, well, not the first thing, but one of the things I said to you all just a while ago was when I started out, I was afraid to charge. Real talk. I was afraid to charge. When I started building websites, maybe about, 16 years ago, when I started doing it full-time at home, I was like, I'll do a website for you for like $100. One, because I was like new to it. But number two, because I was like, oh my God, what if I charge too much and they say no, right? Like freaking out. One of the things that I do as a service professional, anybody a service professional here? You can raise your hand. You can say, drop a 1 in the comment box if you're a fellow service professional. One of the things I do as a service professional is I create different types of subscription opportunities. It makes it amazing for my audience, and it makes it amazing for me, okay? So no longer I'm not doing websites for $100, but I found a way for me to create opportunities to work with people regardless of where they are. Hey, Faye, you catching me live. Thank you, sweetie, and thank you for tweeting out yesterday. I appreciate you. So listen, if you'll notice, one of the things that I do is I offer my web design packages at full price points and half price points, because people say, can I pay the deposit now and the rest later? Yeah. But I also offer subscription plans so that clients can come to me and they can get a $1,500 web package in a subscription plan of $130 intervals, right? So I've created this subscription plan. So somebody comes to me and says, LaShanda, I need you to build that website. I'm like, okay, it's $14.95. Now this actually happened like literally this week. I had a new client on Monday, and there are clients who come and they say, okay, I don't care how much it is, I'm ready to go. And there are other clients who are like, I need it, but I can't pay $14.95 today. So I'm like, okay, well, sign up to the subscription plan. It's budget friendly. So every week or every 2 weeks or every once a month, depending upon how you want to put that together, you can pay at a rate that works well for you. Is anybody doing subscription plans for their services? Because that's definitely one thing that has helped me, and that'll allow you to monetize now, and that'll allow you to charge for how much you want without that feeling of, oh my God, what if they don't pay, okay? Or, oh my God, what if they say they can't afford to pay? Because $130 is definitely a lot less than $14.95, but I still get my $14.95. Actually get a little bit more when they pay in intervals of $130, but that's the smart way, okay? Subscriptions is definitely a really smart way. Setting them up as I have just moved into this field, okay? Well, it's definitely a really smart way to monetize, especially as a service professional, to break that up. Now, as I said to you guys, I have about 21 different masterclass sessions that I'm working on 21 ways that you can monetize. So every day for 21 days, this is day number 2, I'm sharing the monetization strategy with you, the ideas with you here. I should give you the wow, like, oh my God, I didn't know I could do that. Wow. The how is in the webinar. So inside of the webinar that I'm doing on subscriptions, especially for service professionals, I talk about 2 other ways in which you can create subscriptions. But the first one is to take those higher price point offers that you have and to break them down into intervals so that, again, you're not deep discounting your quality and your time, because it takes a lot of time to build a website, and whatever it is that you do, I'm sure it takes a lot of time to do that. But when you're interested in closing the deal, deep discounting is not the way to go. LaShanda Tips, subscription services allows you to monetize. Yes, thank you for so much for tweeting that out. Email me, sistersens@gmail.com. I've got something for you, because I appreciate you taking the time. It takes a while, y'all, and on mobile devices, it is not easy to write these things down. I appreciate you taking the time to type out my tips. Email me, sistersense@gmail.com. I've got something for you. Thank you. Okay. So moving right along, when it comes to subscriptions, there are different ways you can do this, right? The first recommendation I gave to you guys is if you've got these larger prices, these larger offers, break them down so that it's realistic for you and it's realistic for your clients, okay? Number 2. Yesterday I talked about call me pages, right? And I said I do my office hours on Wednesdays. So every Wednesday, people schedule calls with me. They ask me questions about marketing and sales and creating online courses and all that stuff, right? Some people, they go to callme.sistersense.com and they schedule a call. They schedule one call, right? It's like a one and done situation. Other people I see every couple of months, like every 2-3 months. They're like, okay, LaShanda, I'm ready for another call. Then they have people who I talk to every 2 weeks, like clockwork. Like every 2 weeks, they need to be on the call with me. Literally, I have some of my inner circle clients, we talk every single week. And if we don't talk, they're just like, I need me some sister sense. Yesterday, Millicent, in her email to me, she said, like, real talk, I'm addicted to sister sense right now, right? So keep in mind that, yes, there are going to be people who, you know, they need you for that one time or every couple of months. But then there are people who need you every single week or every other week or every single month. That is something that you need to consider, right? So for those people, create a subscription plan that works for them. You guys are like, yeah, I get it. I feel you. I got you. So number one, I want you to think about for yourself, do you have people in your community that, like, real talk, they're like this? They need you. They need you on a regular basis, number one. But it's also your positive spirit. Thank you, Faye. Got to keep that positivity, right? That fire, that focus. You know, you want to, number one, think about for yourself the people who need you. Because that's the best, as far as monetization is concerned, that's the best space to come up with ideas. Me personally, I try to put that, you know, that third, you know, they say the third eye, open my third ear, wherever the hell that is, but open it up, because sometimes I'm talking to clients and they're like, LaShanda, but can you just do this for me? Like, can you just, because I need it. I mean, seriously, can you? So think about that. If there are people who are asking you for something that they want consistently from you, and how you can create some sort of subscription-based package around that, right? Exactly. Somebody said right. Exactly. Because, listen, I tell you guys, I'm not a coach. I did not set out to be a mentor and to do clarity calls. I set out to build websites and create information products. But people kept saying to me, can you get on the phone with me? Can you get on the phone with me? Can you get on the phone with me? So I did the clarity calls. And then people were like, listen, this one call thing is not going to work for me. Can I talk to you like every week? Can we do this? So I created my insider circle, which is subscription based. And whether it be $47 or $97, I have clients who talk to me again on either a bi-weekly, weekly, or monthly basis, okay? So you can think about for yourself, do you have a subscription? You may not be certified, but you are a real coach. Thank you, sweetie. One of the things that you can definitely do is to think about, again, what your clients are asking you for, and number two, how you can take something that people are paying you for, like on a one-time, for a one-off experience, and make that into something that's subscription-based that you provide to them on a regular basis, okay? I've got a couple of great ideas about that inside of the webinar that I do on how to monetize via subscriptions. Again, you can get access to the webinars when you register for the Back to Business virtual experience over at backtobusiness.me. And because you're watching me on Periscope, you can use the code IAMIN to get 21% off of registration. Okay, so don't forget that code, IAMIN. Okay, now let's continue the conversation about potential subscription boxes. I've given you 2 ideas so far, right? I said if you've got these really big packages, and sometimes people go, ooh, I like that package, but it's too much, break it down into a subscription plan that's easier for them, okay? So that's the smart alternative to deep discounting. That's number 1. That's generous. Thank you. You're welcome, sweetie. You're welcome. That was number 1. Number 2, I said, giving you the example of the Call Me page, that was monetization idea number 1. I said one of the things that you can do is think about a service that you provide, and maybe there are a couple of people who want that on a regular basis, creating a subscription plan for that, okay? So that was number 2. Now here's number 3, okay? So this is like really, 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 really big right now. Does anybody know about subscription boxes? And you can drop a yes or a no in the comment box. Anybody heard of subscription boxes? I mean, I don't know how many years they've been popular, but they are very, 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 very popular. I see a no, some yeses. Okay, so listen. subscription boxes are essentially, you get a box in the mail, and it's got all this good in it, right? So one of the ladies in my circle, she actually posted, I want to say Monday, she had gotten a subscription box from Walmart, and I think it was like $5, and it had all these lotions and things in there. Yes, the self-care box, I'm going to talk about that in a second. Curl Kit. Curl Kit is one of those boxes. It's a subscription box for naturalistas, and, you know, for naturalistas, and they don't know what products to use, they sign up to the Curl Box or the Curl Kit, and every month they get all these products that they can test out, right? So it's one fee, it's a no-brainer, and it's easy for them. I forget the name of it. I think it's like Razor or Beards or something, some crazy subscription box for dudes with beards, so that every month they get razors. And it's easy for them. There's the Bark Box for pet lovers, dog lovers, so every month they get all these toys and treats for their dogs. I mentioned the Walmart Care Box. Essence has their own Care Box as well. They're everywhere. Subscription boxes are everywhere. They're very, 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 very popular, okay? It's automation. It's automation. Hey, sweetie, welcome, Latersa. Wonderful to have you there. Korean snack box. Listen, just about everybody, okay? I'm not going to say everybody. I'm going to say everybody. Is, you know, entrepreneurs, business owners, they're looking to expand their brand. They're looking to monetize and maximize their different revenue models, right? So subscription boxes is one of the ways that they're doing it. Heart it up. Thank you, sweetie, for the hearts. I appreciate the hearts and the follows and all that good stuff. Let your folks know. Watch this, you know. I'm doing this series again for 21 days so that I can share these great 21 ways that you can monetize now. So if you feel like this is something that your circle would love, definitely let them in, because this is only day number 2. We're only 2 days into the 21. And this, again, is all inspired by my Back to Business webinar conference over at backtobusiness.me. It's a live webinar conference, 16 amazing women entrepreneurs sharing some great recommendations on how to monetize now, plus my masterclass sharing these 21 ways in webinars in more detail, right? So what I share with you here is just the surface. I go even further into it in the webinars that you can watch. So, okay, so we're talking about now, this is idea number 3, subscription boxes and how amazing they are. So one of the entrepreneurs in my circle, Tara Pringle Jefferson, Tara is the creator of Young Mommy Life. I don't know, anybody watch Teen Mom? Tara got married relatively young. She was a teen. She got married in her teens. She was not pregnant. She just, you know, her college sweetheart, you know, they got married just after high school. And then, you know, she noticed this whole phenomenon of the MTV Teen Moms and how they just took it and tainted it, and she created Young Mommy Life so that she can talk to young mothers and she can talk about the experience of being a young mother and what that was like. The brand took off. I mean, she's been blogging Young Mommy Life for many, many years. She's one of the amazing speakers that I have for Back to Business, and one of the sessions, her session, is all about autopilot, putting your profits on autopilot and creating your subscription box. So somebody mentioned her box. She is actually the creator of the self-care box. So she created this box because she said, you know what, there are a lot of moms who they give to the babies, they give to the hubby, they give to their job, they give to their family, they give to the earth, and they don't give enough to themselves. So she created the self-care box, especially for moms and for women who every month wanted to get this amazing box of books and candles and aromatherapy and relaxation and you name it, anything to make you feel good and self-care, okay? So her website is the self-care box. It is her newest monetization model. It's not the only way in which she generates revenue, but it's her newest. It's been very, very successful, well received, and in her session for Back to Business, she is sharing how you can put your subscription box on autopilot. So she's going to answer your questions, and from concept to the launch, she's going to share with you the smart way to make that happen, okay? So again, I've got 16 amazing speakers right now. Tara Prinkle is one of them, and she's going to be talking talking about the subscription box. So if you're interested in subscription boxes, drop a 1 because I still have some recommendations to share. OMG, your hair is beautiful. Hey, thank you. Thank you for that. I still have some recommendations to share on that. But if you're interested in creating a subscription box, Tara, she's got it on lock. She's gone through the experience. She successfully launched her new business model, and she's going to be sharing those recommendations with you guys. Again, you can register for Back to Business over at backtobusiness.me, and because you're watching me on Periscope, you can use the code IAMIN to get 21% off of registration. So you can register just for the replays, or you can register for the whole thing, plus my 90-day mastermind, so you can work with me after you ever go to an event, and then it's like, it's done, and you go home, and it's like, man, I need more. I need more. Well, you can work with me further for 90 days inside of my mastermind, and you get 3 different ways to register. So again, that's over at backtobusiness.me. Okay, so a couple of you guys dropped the 1. You said, look, I'm interested in creating a subscription box. So let's talk about that a little bit more, okay? Number 1, I want you to think about for yourself, what kind of subscription box would you create? Okay, what kind of subscription box would you create? So I've got different revenue models. Okay, I'm not just a one kind of a girl. I do, online mentoring. I build websites. I have my virtual conference. I've got all these different things. This year, I've launched my own graphic tees and notebooks. This is not my graphic tee. This is a WordPress tee that I got at a tech event, a tech conference I went to. I'll put up one of my graphic tees soon, but I launched one of my own graphic tees. It's called Bright Colors over at BRITECOLOURS.com. brightcolors.com. It's for my entrepreneurs, but it's also for my kids. I believe that we are bright. I believe that we are brilliant, radiant, intelligent, amazing people, amazing children, amazing entrepreneurs, amazing women. So I created this. Now, I'm sharing that with you because literally the week that I launched Bright Colors, a young lady came to me and she said, LaShanda, I have a subscription box. My subscription box is catered towards our kids. It's catered towards Black children, children of color, and I want to put Bright Colors. I want to put your little bits kids. I want your stuff in my subscription box, okay? Which I thought was totally awesome. So we're working on collaborations and putting my content in her box. But I share that because, again, there are just so many different types of subscription box that you can create. Now, again, I'm a web designer, but I tapped into a completely different market, parenting, kids, motivational t-shirts. So you don't necessarily just have to stay within your brand. Think about those things that you're passionate about right now, other things that you love, and maybe that might be something that you want to put a subscription box together on, okay? So the first question when it comes to subscription boxes is, what kind of box would you like to create? Okay, so that's question number 1, all right? So, gotta bring out my notebook. Tap on the hearts while I bring out my notebook, y'all. Whenever I'm doing this stuff, I have to get my notebook out so I make sure that I'm staying on point with you guys. Okay, so the next question that I want you to ask yourself is, okay, what kind, right? So what kind of subscription box do you want to create, right? What kind of stuff do you want to put in the subscription box, okay? So what kind of stuff do you want to put in the subscription box? You can put a whole lot of stuff. What kind, that's something that you want to think about. Now, there are lots of different types of subscription box that you can do, as you can tell, but you want to think about what kind of stuff you want to put in there. Do you want to collaborate with others? So is it a subscription box where you just want to have just your stuff and you're giving that out every month? Or do you want to find partners and collaborate with them and put stuff in there based on what they've got? If you do want to collaborate with others, who might you be interested in collaborating with? Like, just kind of start brainstorming and thinking about the possibilities, right? The wow of, oh my God, this would be so awesome if I could put that together, right? Like what kind of subscription box you would put together, what that would look like. So I said, think about what kind of box you would create. the kind of stuff that you would put in there. If it's a box that you would just want to put your stuff, or you would want to do collaborations with other people, and ultimately how much you would like to charge for it. Okay, so just throw out there for yourself how much you would like to charge for it. Again, this is just brainstorming, right, of what you can do and how you can monetize. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the big thing that I want you to do. I want you to, once you get off of this, of course, I want you, once you get off of this, to go onto Google, because again, I tell people all the time that Google is my uncle and YouTube is his wife. Between the two of them, I'm very happy. Go onto Google, put in the idea that you have. Could be a subscription box for dog lovers, cat lovers, natural hair girls, subscription box for ministers, for the subscription box for women in ministry. What kind of box would you like to create? Google it and see if it's out there. And if it's out there, it's good. You can take a look at your competitors, see what they're doing, and get a sense of the possibilities of what you could create. Okay, because right now we're all about these amazing ideas and possibilities of what you could create. Okay, now I've got some more recommendations to share with you guys, but before I do, I want to share one of my quotes, one of my favorite quotes. I shared a quote with you guys yesterday. Here's one for today. Okay, I enjoy multiple streams of income. Bam. That's my quote. I enjoy multiple streams of income. I don't know about you, but me, I enjoy multiple streams of income, okay? And this is important, especially for my service professionals out there. I make this example all the time. Think of an accountant, right? Accountants, during tax time, when everybody needs help, accountants, they got that on lock. They got money coming in. Money coming in, money coming in, money coming in. And then when tax time is over, for a lot of accountants, it's like, well, damn, what do I do now? A lot of them struggle because they don't have multiple streams of income. And you don't want to get caught in them slow days. You're not about that life, right? So always stellar content. Thank you, Jason. So you want to be smart and you want to have multiple streams of income. So my quote for y'all today is, I enjoy multiple streams of income. Good morning, sweetie. Welcome, welcome. So here's the thing. If you enjoy multiple streams of income, yes, awesome. I want you to write that down, and I want you to write down all the different multiple streams of income that you have so that you can really get clear about what's working for you, what's not working for you, what you need to like dive into like 12 times more, because it's, you know, the final quarter of the year. This is when people open their pocketbooks and buy everything that they need to buy because it's holiday time, right? So you want to dig into your multiple streams. Now, here's the thing. If you are not there yet, amend this quote, okay? And I'm gonna share with you how you amend this quote. Either you say this: I want to enjoy multiple streams of income, okay? I want to enjoy multiple streams of income. That's number one. Or say this, and this is the better one: I will enjoy multiple streams of income this year. Bam. Drop the mic. That's the big one. That's for the person who's like, well, you know, bump this. I'm not about a wish or a prayer. I'm about a will. I am going to get this baby to work for me within the next 90 days before the year is over. I'm going to make it happen. Somebody said today, listen, either I want to enjoy multiple streams of income or I will enjoy multiple streams of income. And if for those of you who say I will, I want you to have very specific revenue models in place. Today I'm talking about subscription models, right? I'm giving you very specific examples because a lot of people, they want money, they want six figures, they want everything underneath the sun. And when you say how, they look at you like, I didn't say I knew how. I just said I want six figures. I want $1 million. I want to monetize. I want passive income streams. But you can't simply want them. You can't simply wish for them. You have to work for them. And the work comes in the specifics, right? So for those of you who amend the quote and say that I will enjoy passive streams of income this year, creating a subscription model is just one example, but it's certainly a great way to go. Okay, it's a great, great, great limit. You can't simply want it. You can't exactly. You've got to work towards it. Come on, somebody. Y'all listening to me, right? Jason says, I enjoy my passive. Listen, Jason, he's an expert. He's got it. I know Jason's got multiple income streams working for him, and I love to have experts like Jason around me, experts like Tara around me. Tara has been doing this for years. Okay, before I give y'all some more recommendations, I'm going to give you a little story. So, let me tell you how I met Tara. I met her about 8 years ago at Disney. How? Because Disney contacted myself and several other bloggers. One of my websites, because again, I am a multiple streams of income kind of a girl. One of my websites is the Black Parenting blog. I also have a social network for moms. It's blackmomsclub.com. And so they contacted me. They said, listen, we have The Princess and the Frog. It's coming out. It's our first African-American princess. Please come out to Disney so that you can see it and you can tell all of your people on the Black Parenting blog and Black Moms Club. So I was a part of the Mocha Moms. They flew us out to Disney. It was an amazing experience. I got to meet some awesome bloggers that I never heard of before, and Tara of the Young Mommy Life was one of them. We had an amazing time. We got to hang out with Belle Biv DeVoe. I still have pictures of me and them together, which was pretty cool. And getting flown out to Disney VIP style was awesome as well. But listen, I share that with you because you have to be in a space where you're creating amazing so that amazing will come to you. And you have to be in a space where you're around successful people, because my motto for Back to Business, if you've never heard of it, is the success of your business depends on the company that you keep. So Jason, I see you, my successful brother. So Tara, I see her, my successful sister, because it's been years and years, and I'm still here. Jason's still doing what he's doing. Tara's still doing what he's doing, and that's a testament. Because trust me, I'm sure that you can name people whose programs you've signed up to, and 1 year later they don't exist anymore. 2 years later they don't exist anymore. I've been on the web world for 16 years. Somebody said woo woo, and yes, I've been here for 16 years. I don't plan on going anywhere. So because I believe the success of your business depends on the company that you keep, one of my biggest requirements of myself is that I make sure you're in the right company, right? So that's why I have backtobusiness.me. It's so that I can bring my power circle to you, so you can literally get on live calls with them, ask them questions, and pick their brains, and they will provide you with the right recommendations, okay? Longevity is the key. You are amazing, girl. Thank you, sweetie. The long haul. It's all about the long haul. It's all about the long haul. It's not about the shiny objects for me. I'm about them people who can say they put football years into this, okay? Football numbers, like real talk. I recently shared on my Instagram page at Sister Sense, I put together this really short video. It was about 30 seconds, and I talked about this whole thing, this thing that last year and this year people are talking about Black women entrepreneurs and how we're opening businesses 6 times more than the national average. You could throw a rock, find a Black woman, and she's opening a business. And everybody's like, oh my God, this is so amazing. This is so amazing. This is so amazing. But it's not. And I'll tell you why. Because the vast majority of us are still struggling. There are more Black women entrepreneurs who are just barely surviving in their business than there are Black women entrepreneurs who are striving in their business. Many of them are opening businesses and not reaching the 5-year mark. I told you I've been in this game for 16. I've been working with Tara for well over 8 years. Most entrepreneurs, Black women entrepreneurs, are not getting even to 5 years. Some are not getting to 4 figures or 6 figures, let alone the $1 million level that everybody is praying for. And these are the things that we need to focus on, right? Referred your program, so I know you are the bomb. Oh, thank you, sweetie. You were referred to me. Thank you. I appreciate that. Listen, inbox me at sistersense@gmail.com. You said you were referred to me. I would love to talk to you a little bit. Email me, sistersense@gmail.com, so we can make a one-on-one connection right now. But that's important. I don't just want to see people talking about the gloss of, oh, how exciting it is to see that's, we're opening businesses, black women, 6 times than everybody else, and we're struggling to get to the 6-figure and the 7-figure and beyond, right? I want to see that we're working together, that we're getting mentors, that we're getting support to sustain those businesses. This is why I do Back to Business every single year. This is the 6th year that I'm doing this virtual series, and this is why I bring my power circle in so that you can see them. Thank you for tweeting it out, Melinda Ray. I appreciate you for that. But okay, I'm going to get off my soapbox, y'all. These are topics that I get really passionate about, so I said, I got to share that with you. But like I said, Tara is one of the 16 amazing women who will be speaking. She's going to be talking about how you can, from conception to launch, put your subscription box ideas on autopilot. She's one of the amazing speakers. You can register over at backtobusiness.me, and right now use the code IMN to get 21% off of registration. So I've shared with you guys 3 different types of subscription models that you can try. I saw a couple of people come in a little bit later, so watch the replay for all of them. I'm going to keep going because I have just a few more recommendations to share with you guys. But if you're enjoying it, I appreciate you. Heart it up, share it out with your folks, all that good stuff. Okay, you got to tap on the hearts while definitely watching the replay. Awesome, sweetie. You got to tap on the hearts for me while I share a few more recommendations with you. Okay, I got to go from mogul to mom for 2 seconds because my little one is here. Yes. What? Come. I've got my little one. I'll let him say hi. What's going on? Daddy helped you? Okay. So, as an entrepreneur, I got his ashy elbows in the video, y'all. As an entrepreneur, on the topic of monetizing now, one of the things that we've got to do is we've got to teach the babies, right? It's got to be generational. We've got to teach them how to be entrepreneurs as well. So he's got a couple of entrepreneurial projects that he's working on. We have the Hurricane Matthew situation, and so with the flood watch, he's not in school today, but mommy's not about that life. So he's working on his 3rd grade, at least 8 pages in this. Mommy's not about playing on Wii and watching TV because school is out. So, Daddy help you? Daddy yourself? Okay, so I will help you when I get off this. How about that? Take this. Mommy is definitely not about that life. I actually watched a really great video. I think it was Dr. Boynton, and he talked about, we talk about black wealth, generational wealth. He said one of the things that we can do to eradicate debt and poverty within our communities is to teach our children entrepreneurship. And he said, you know what, if you do a thing for 1,000 hours, 1,000 hours, you can master that thing and it can change your life. And so he said, if you can dedicate at least 1 full year to teaching your children the power of entrepreneurship, getting them to open up their own small businesses and learning the process, that can change their life. And so I love that concept because we've been working on a few of his own little entrepreneurial projects, which he's launching for the Christmas period. But that was definitely something that I loved. Wow, I know, that's awesome. I'm going to be sharing him and his recommendations. I watched his Facebook Live a couple of days ago and he talked about that. I just thought I'd share it with you with mini-me sitting here. But that's certainly something to think about because, again, I told you guys, monetization is real talk on my brain right now, like all things monetization. So whatever I learn, I teach, and I certainly want to share that with you, my fellow entrepreneurs, especially those of you who are mompreneurs with kids and you do your business, right? Sometimes we get caught up in doing our business, but we also have to take the time to work on businesses of our children, right? And helping them become entrepreneurs and, following our footsteps as well. Can you share the link to that video? I will try. I will try. If you can remind me, email me, sistersense@gmail.com. And I will post it on my Facebook page, facebook.com/sistersense, okay? Sometimes things goes, like in one ear and out the other. But if you email me, I will make it a point to post that on my Facebook page. Awesome. Okay, so let's get back into these subscription models, y'all. I went on like 3 tangents and then came back around the corner. Okay, so now there are Okay. I had to get clear for a second as to where I was. Okay, so there are a couple of things that I said to you guys. Tongue-tied. One of the things I said yesterday, right, was, if people are picking your brain and you want to get paid for people picking your brain, drop a 1 in the comment box. If you want to get paid for people asking you questions and you teaching them, mentoring them, and giving them answers, drop a 1 in the comment box. I said yesterday that you should have a call me page. That's what we talked about yesterday. Today I said you can take it a step further and turn that into some sort of subscription program so that you give people the opportunity to call you and talk to you on a weekly, monthly, or bi-weekly basis, okay? So for those of you who thought that was something that you could potentially do, I want you to think about what kind of call me subscription program or other type of subscription program you could do, again, on a weekly, monthly, or bi-weekly basis. What kind of program you could do, for how many people could you reach in that particular program, and how often, how much time can you devote to that. So for me, I do my calls on Wednesdays, and at most I can work with 5 entrepreneurs every Wednesday. After 5, I can't. It takes a lot to process all the questions and to come up with strategies, and it takes a lot. So again, you want to think about what you can do, how many you can reach, and how often you can do it, okay? So crunching some of the numbers, just to give you a point of reference here. Let's say, for example, you said, I want to do 30-minute calls, and every month I want to work with 20 people. So break down for yourself how you could do 20 30-minute calls. That's an extra $1,000 for you for the month. Or you may say, I want to work with just 10 people every month on a regular basis with that subscription model. And again, 10 people at $100, that's $1,000 for the month, right? So there are ways for you to consistently, on a regular basis, generate revenue from the subscription model. But you have to be clear about what you're going to talk about, who you're trying to reach, and also keeping in mind how much revenue you want to make. So when you multiply those numbers, like, 10 people at $100, that's $1,000 for the month. That gives you some clarity as far as how many people you want to reach, how much you want to make, and how you're going to monetize it now to actually make it happen. One of the things I personally love about these numbers is, I don't know about you, but if you're starting up and you're just trying to get to the 4-figure or the 5-figure level, getting 5 clients or 10 clients, those are small numbers. So it allows you to focus on not feeling like you need to bring in 1,000 people every day versus having a consistent 5, 10, 20 people that you work with on a regular basis. Now keep in mind, with the subscription model, people are going to unsubscribe, so that doesn't mean you're going to have just 10 people and those 10 people alone. It'll roll, right? Some people will leave, some people will come back, new people will come in. It's just having those numbers helps you get really clear about how many people you need to reach within your subscription model on a regular basis to stay consistent, okay? So hopefully that kind of crunch the number clarity is helpful for some of you guys. Now, one of the things I mentioned to you is that part of Back to Business, again, over at backtobusiness.me, is my virtual conference, which is live. I also have a masterclass series so that you can watch webinars, and I'm teaching several things. 1, how to make money online. Number 2, I'm teaching more in depth the 21 ways that I'm sharing with you over the course of these 21 days on Periscope. So I have a video in which, and I'm posting the first 3 videos are coming out this weekend, okay? So there's a video on subscription boxes, and I'm sharing 8 different types of subscription boxes that you can create, okay? So drop a 1 in the comment box for me if you are a writer, an author, a coach, or a service professional, right? You provide people with some sort of a service. If you want to drop in the comment box what it is that you do, awesome. You can put that in there. But if you're a service professional, a coach, a writer, drop in the comment box, because I've got a great idea as far as a subscription box that I want to share with you next, okay? But again, I'm going to share all 8 ideas in the webinars of what you can do, different ways in which you can create subscription boxes. I'm giving you guys 3 ideas right now. I've got so much more to share in the webinar. You're a launch strategist. Awesome. I love that. The launch is like the hardest part for a lot of people, right? As you can attest to as an expert, you know what I'm talking about. So I love that. Okay, so for my authors, for my coaches, here's the next thing. This is the next subscription model that you can think of. If you have a book right now, okay, anybody here, either with a book or an ebook, I want to ask you a question. How many books and or ebooks do you currently have completed and published? Okay, so drop in the comment box and let me know whether it's an ebook or a book. Time management and product strategist. Okay, good. Okay, good. So how many books or ebooks do you have currently completed right now? I see a 1. I'm going to need to watch this 2 more times. It's a lot of info, right? And this is just the free one. So imagine the webinar, Faye. Okay, so a couple of people are saying 1. Okay, someone says 5. Okay, wow, that's a lot. That is a lot. 5 is a lot. But that's good. Good. Okay, so keep dropping them in there, especially for you guys who are writers and authors, okay? Now, here is a subscription model that you can consider, especially, again, for those of you who, like myself, are coaches or entrepreneurs, authors, and you love to create content, okay? If you've got, somebody said 5, if you've got 3 to 6 books or ebooks right now, at just 3, that's a 3-month subscription plan. That's every single month you're saying, sign up to my subscription plan, and every month I'll give you a book. Okay? It could be a $10 subscription plan. It could be a $20 subscription plan. Let's say you have ebooks, right? And you say, okay, LaShanda, I don't have any ebooks right now, but I'm a beast at this. And I can write like 3 ebooks within the next 30 days, right? That gives you a 3-month subscription plan. Brilliant. Yes, LaShanda, use a book as yes. Okay, so you guys are like, oh my, so I told you. When we do these periscopes, it's all about the wow. The good stuff, blowing your mind. The webinar is the how. So when you sign up backtobusiness.me for the virtual plus the masterclass, you get to see my screen, you see the webinars, and I show you how to do this stuff. Because some of you guys, you need to know the how. I'm completing my 6th book right now. Drops out of my seat. I love it. You guys are hilarious. You make me laugh. But listen, you know, some of you guys, you're like, okay, I need to go to book fairs. I need to go to conferences. I need to go to events. You're trying all this other stuff, right, to sell your books. But let me tell you something. Real talk. Your mortgage is due every month, right? Your water bill, your light bill, those are bills that are due every month, right? You are already paying into the subscription model with your bills. As an entrepreneur, you need to get smart about using the subscription model for your business. Okay? You could tweet that, you could write that down, you can do whatever you want with it. You are already paying into the subscription model. Somebody said, I know that's right. You need to start using it to monetize now. So if you've got, again, at least 3 to 6 ebooks, that'll give you at least 3 to 6 months worth of content for the people in your circle who say they love you and they like you. And trust me when I say something, the people who know you and like you, it is so much easier to sell to them than it is to a new customer. It is so much easier. Somebody said golden nuggets. Thank you, sweetie. It is so much easier to sell to people who are already buying from you than a new customer, because you got to woo and wow. Look, I'm doing 21 days on Periscope, y'all. Some of y'all know me from way back in the day. Somebody yesterday said they knew me back from MySpace. So that's dating me, okay? I've been doing this for 16 years. I know I look young. I've been doing this for 16 years. But the people who follow you, those are the people that you need to create subscription models for, because those are the ones that will come to you on an ongoing basis, okay? So if you've got books and you've got ebooks, I want you to create a subscription model around that. Again, I've got 8 different types of subscription models that I haven't talked about with you guys here, that I'm talking about in the webinar, and I'm posting the first 3 webinars for the masterclass this weekend. So if you want to work on monetizing this weekend, make sure that you register at backtobusiness.me. You can use the code I am in. I've got a couple of dudes in my circle, y'all. I know that I do a lot of stuff for the sister girls, but I have dudes in my circle. Everybody is welcome to register. You can go to backtobusiness.me. Wherever you get expertise is where you get expertise, right? Color is not an issue. Gender is not an issue. It's just that the majority of the people in my circle are black sister girl entrepreneurs. So that's who I tend to cater towards. But it's over at backtobusiness.me. You get access to the live sessions. You get access to the Monetize Now Masterclass series where I'm doing webinars for each of these topics. Yesterday I talked about creating a Call Me page. Today I'm talking about subscriptions. And the first 3 webinars in the series in the masterclass you'll get access to this weekend on the website when you register at backtobusiness.me. Okay? So again, I have 8 ideas. This is the first one. So for those of you who said you have books, awesome, write down your books. For those of you who said you can write something and you can knock it out and you want to try this model, what ebooks, what books can you put together so that you can consistently share? Now, mind you, especially when it comes to an ebook, you can do something like a 20 or 30 page information-packed ebook. It doesn't have to be a 100-page or, I've got a small 20-page ebook that is very successful for me. It's called Start Her Up, and I share, the strategies to make, market, and to monetize your business when you're starting out. The code again is I am in. So I-A-M-I-N. I am in. And because you guys are watching me for 21 days, you get 21% off of registration with that code I am in, and it's over at backtobusiness.me. There's 3 ways to register. You can just get the replays if you want to. You can get the live, which is better because you get to talk to us live. One of my favorite ladies, Kim Coles. Y'all remember Kim from Living Single? Woo woo woo. Kim is one of my favorite ladies, Power Circle expert. She's also one of my clients. She's going to be speaking about how to speak your gifts. She's one of the amazing ladies who is going to be there. And because today I'm talking about subscription models, also one of my favorite ladies, Tara Pringle Jefferson. She's the creator of The Young Mommy Life, but she's also the creator of the Self-Care Box. It's a subscription-based box for mommies and women who want to self-care and love on themselves. She's going to be talking about how you can create your own subscription boxes as well. So I've got 16 amazing women. You get access to them. You get access to my masterclass series. And if you want to, you can also get access to my 90-day mastermind. That's if you want to. So I give you different options because everybody is at different price points, and I never, ever, ever want people to feel like they cannot sign up to what I have. There's always something for everybody in the Power Circle. Okay, so that's something that I want you to think about for yourself, okay? If you've got some ebooks or you've got some books, how to put that together. Let me ask you a question, guys. Does everyone here know how to put together a subscription plan? Does everyone know how to do a subscription, a basic subscription? You can say yes or no. I'll cover that real quick before I wrap up today. Today's like a really long scope. I was trying to do these for like 30 minutes, but this is really long. Okay, I see a couple of no's so far. Okay, so you want to basically, whatever e-commerce platform you're using, you want to be able to use an e-commerce platform that allows you to create a subscription plan, okay? You can do that with, okay, good. So as soon as I said it, somebody said it. You can do that with PayPal. You can create a subscription plan with PayPal, yes. Some people love PayPal. I love PayPal. I've been using them for years. Some people do not like PayPal. Another very popular e-commerce platform that you can create subscription plans on is Stripe, S-T-R-I-P-E, Stripe. So you can use PayPal, you can use Stripe. Again, those are 2 that you can take a look at. Now, inside of my webinar, for those of you who use PayPal, I show you on my screen, literally go into my PayPal account and show you how to create subscription plans. I show you how I price out my plans and put my getting started information together. So if you want to see how I do it, you can sign up. You get access to the masterclass series and see the screen. I'll show you how to do it on the webinar. But if you are like LaShanda, I am a DIY girl. Go get it. I'm a DIY guy. Go get it. Power to you. You can use PayPal, you can use Stripe, run with it and do what you need to do, okay? I'm never about hiding information because I got so much information in me, I don't need to hide anything. But I literally can't show you how to do it on Periscope. You have to see my screen. So to see the screen and to see the how, sign up for the webinars and you can get access to that again over at backtobusiness.me. Okay, so, woo. Millie Miracle, I was just talking about you just a while ago, sweetie. I sent you an email this morning. Hopefully you got it, but I am about to sign out, baby girl. So, I know, right? I do have to take a breath because that was a lot of information. I'm about to sign out with you guys. I know, I forgot to bring my water with me. But listen, I said that I'm going to do two things. I'm going to do two things for 21 days. Number one, I'm going to commit to every day for 21 days, sharing 21 ways that you can monetize now. This is day number 2. We talked about subscription models. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. You can watch the replay. I said number 2, I'm going to be on Facebook, and I'm going to talk about 21 things that you can do to power up your business right now. So yesterday on Facebook, I talked about how to create your own personal 21-day challenge. I don't know if you saw it, but if you want to, you can watch it over at facebook.com/Sister Sense. And Sister Sense is SISTASENSE. Eyebrows on fleek. Really? This mompreneur does not do her eyebrows. I need some serious self-care. I'm about that Alicia Keys no makeup life. So that you appreciate my eyebrows, I appreciate you 10 times more. It's all natural. It's all natural. But yes, I committed myself to being on Periscope, but also on Facebook. So now that I'm done with this session, I'm going to jump on Facebook Live. You can join me there if you want to. Facebook.com/Sister Sense. I'm going to do my Power Up Your Business session for today. And what am I talking about today? One killer strategy to increase visibility and sales. That one is going to be a short one, probably 10 to 15 minutes. But again, you can watch all the Periscope replays here, and you can all watch all the Facebook ones on facebook.com/Sister Sense. Somebody said, already there. Okay, so I'll meet you over there in a second. Have an amazing day, guys. I really hope you've enjoyed the session so far, and hopefully I see some of you inside of Back to Business this weekend. First time viewer, I am definitely following you. Thank you, sweetie. I'm glad that you are enjoying the session. Props, big ups, and much appreciation to all of you who have been sharing and tapping on the hearts. Welcome to those of you who are new to me. Again, this is day number 2 for the next 21 days. I'll be sharing awesome ways to monetize. So I'll see you back here on Periscope tomorrow, guys. Bye.